Hello folks, it's Eamon McAuley here, back with another wee chat about boxing. Today's subject, the Holy Family, the most successful club in Ireland. I'm going to read this wee story out. Tony Dunlap wrote this out for me, and this is through the eyes of Tony Dunlap. The club initially opened in off the Antrim Road, where the Chester is now, close to Lair, and then they moved to Patrickville in the New Lodge Road. The Patrickville club was on the New Lodge Road. It was like a cave. You walked through an old tunnel, like cobblestone. Painted white bricks were on the right hand side. Push the door opened and you were into a smoky snooker hall, filled with New Lodge characters playing calmly as a 9-year-old Tony Dunlap watched their habits. On the right hand side there was a wee room where these New Lodge hustlers played poker. There was never no arguments, as an air of respect floated around the place. It was run by a gentleman called Terry the Thunderbolt McStravick. Terry was a well-respected ex-pro. Tony was told by an old-timer that McStravick was a cracking professional. Terry McStravick was from a fighting family. Two of the McStravicks were in the top 10 in the world professional rankings. In the snooker hall, children huddled together to avoid the rain outside, but they were quiet and respectful. Some children, like Tony Dunlap, was waiting for the boxing gym to open. When it was opened, you were entering the best boxing club in Ireland. You had paint peeling off the wall, and there was a picture of Sugar Ray Robinson at the back wall, directly behind the ring where we first sparred as 9-year-olds. Warming up consisted of chasing the untouchable Jerry Duxie Hamill around the ring. The older boxers engaged in conversation behind the wooden benches as they got changed for this session. Most of them had just finished work. We mingled in the atmosphere alongside the best boxers in Ireland. That was Tony Dunlap talking about the Patrickville Holy Family. The lane moved to the Racky, just off North Queen Street, put up in the 60s. Barry McGuigan was a regular visitor to the Racky gym, and the Irish national team would have used the Holy Family for squad training. In the 1978 Commonwealth Games in Canada, Northern Ireland had a great medal haul. The team was called the Magnificent Seven. Barry McGuigan and Jerry Hamill got gold. Kenny Beattie got silver, and flyweight Hugh Russell got bronze. Jerry Story put it down to all the squad training in the Racky and also the running on the beaches in Newcastle County Down. Jerry Story went to the Olympic Games as head coach in 1972, 1976 and 1980. Holy Family's Hugh Russell got a bronze in Moscow in 1980. Hugh would turn pro, winning the British title and winning the Lonsdale belt outright. Alex Maskey, who was the first Republican Lord Mayor in Belfast history, boxed for the family. Mickey Tohill, Sammy Vernon, Sean Russell, Roy Webb, his brother Kenny, who died tragically in 1986. Kenny was also part of the Magnificent Seven team in 1978. Roy Webb is possibly the most talented boxer in the club's history. Tony Dunlap was another belter, winning an Irish senior title in 1983 and a Commonwealth Federation silver. Jerry Story's sons were great boxers. Sam was the more dedicated, winning many Ulster and Irish titles, and Sam went to the Olympic Games in 1984. Sam turned pro in 1985. We actually both had our last amateur fights in 1985 in the Europa Hotel. Sam beat the future world champion Jeff Hardy, and I beat Eamon McAuley. As a pro, Sam won the British super middleweight title, and he held the Lonsdale belt outright. He won the Lonsdale belt outright, rather. Neil Sinclair from the family was World Junior Bronze and British light welterweight champion as a pro. He also won the Lonsdale belt outright. He was also Irish senior champion a couple of times. Other great boxers were John Shaw, John Murray, Pat Tenney. Pat got a Commonwealth bronze. Jimmy Carson, John Matthews, Johnston Todd, and Brian Rice. Also Brandy and Joe Lowe. John Brown was Irish junior champion in either 1975 or 1976. John was shot dead shortly after this. Martin Storey was the Ulster and Irish juvenile champion, aged 11. Holy Family bantamweight Sammy Vernon beat future British pro champions Davy Larmer and Paddy Maguire twice each. Heavyweight Paul Douglas won more Ulster senior titles than anyone else. Paul also went to the 1992 Barcelona Olympics. Jerry Hamill went to the 1976 Olympics. Light flyweight Jimmy Carson was also part of the Magnificent 17 who went to Edmonton. Tony Dunlop's brother Liam was Ulster juvenile champ aged 12. Roger the Dodger McKernan beat future world champion Johnny Tapia. Seamus McCann was Ulster's senior champion, and Billy Boyd was another good fighter. John Ward and Charlie Fagan both won Ulster senior titles for Holy Family. This was when the club was in Patrickville. The Holy Family was going on trips to Philadelphia from the late 70s, early 80s. To be brutally honest, a lot of boxers left other clubs to join the Holy Family to get on the trip to America. But that wasn't the Holy Family's fault. You can't blame them. My dad, my uncle Sean, boxed for the Holy Family. When I came home from England, I was based in the family. When I went pro, I trained in Eastwood's gym and the Holy Family also. I was at the gym from 1985 to 1993. I never boxed for them. I always remember a saying which said, "No spitting, no swearing, no politics." The club was made up of both Catholics and Protestants during the dark days of the Troubles, but there wasn't one single sectarian incident, not one. Jerry Storey was aptly assisted by Bobby McAllister and Bongo Quinn, amongst others. Paddy Barnes lost his first 12-15 fights. Okay, some of them were bad decisions. Then he joined the Holy Family and he never looked back. Paddy won 6 national titles, and when he stepped up to senior, he won nearly everything. Paddy went to the Olympic Games, getting a bronze in one. He won European gold and Commonwealth gold. Paddy was quite the character in his TV interviews. Paddy was also awarded the MBE, as was Holy Family club coach Jerry Storey. They also wanted to give Jerry Storey the Nobel Peace Prize. Michaela Walsh went to the Olympic Games twice, in 2020 and 2024. She also won a Commonwealth silver in 2018 and gold in 2022. Michaela and her brother Aidan were the first brother and sister to qualify for the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. Aidan won gold at the 2022 Commonwealth Games. He had previously won silver at the 2018 Commonwealth Games. Aidan also got a bronze at Tokyo at the 2020 Olympics. Ran Burnett. What a boxer Ran Burnett was. He represented Ireland at the 2010 Summer Youth Olympics and won a gold medal. Ran also got a silver in the World Youth Championships. He amassed an amateur record of 94 wins and 4 losses, some record. Burnett won 7 All-Ireland titles. After acquiring all these medals, Burnett suffered a bad back injury which ruled him out of competition for over a year. Soon after regaining fitness, Burnett decided to go pro. Ran won 20 of his 21 pro fights, including winning the British title against Jason Booth and the IBF World Bantamweight title against Lee Haskins. Burnett also won the WBA version of the world title also. But he had to retire. The back injury haunted him and came back in his fight against Nonito Donaire in Belfast. Ran was on the verge of making massive money, and we hadn't yet seen the best of him. He was only a young lad, and God knows how good he could have been. Folks, thanks very much for listening to me today. I have no doubt I have left countless great Holy Family boxers out, and I am so sorry for that. It's not personal. I've tried my best to collaborate with Tony Dunlap, the Bible of Boxing. So don't blame me, blame him. Thanks very much, folks. Have a lovely weekend. God bless.